Well, good to know that the A's leaving their hometown, their city of 50 years, is now just basically a punchline. It's good to know. This bothers me because it is indicative of the league not taking this seriously at all. And what they're doing by not taking it seriously is basically throwing mud all over a fan base that is having its guts ripped out in real time. I know what the narrative is, and I think it sucks. And the narrative is, you got to move the A's because no one cares anyway. Have you seen the ballpark? No one shows up. It's empty, so nobody cares. It's apathetic. It's California. They've already lost the Raiders and the Warriors anyway, so you might as well move them. And that narrative really, really sucks. It bothers me to no end. It bothers me to no end because, number one, it's the ultimate hypocrisy that every sports fan in America is saying if you say that, as though you wouldn't care if your team was moved. Every one of us should feel an empathy, or if you've had a team move, a sympathy of what it's like to have your guts ripped out. A team that you grew up loving, that maybe you went to with your parents or your grandparents, or you went to with your kids, and fell in love with and have all the merchandise over, and you love going to the ballpark or the stadium or tailgating or whatever, and then just having it ripped away by a billionaire owner that just doesn't give a bleep, and you don't care. You're like, oh, good riddance. You would hate it if it happened to you. You would hate it if it happened to your team. Browns fans are still not over it. They've had the Browns back for 20 years. You never get over that. That is a scar and a wound that never heals. So to flippantly say, oh, you should move them anyway, sucks. Number two, it's the greatest. It's such a grift that is happening by baseball. The A's are trying to be uninteresting. They are trying to drive the passion of the fans so far down, it gives them the leeway to move. How can people not see that? The A's purposefully didn't build a winner this year because they didn't want a winner. They purposefully built a loser, and they have purposefully not invested in that stadium so that there's a possum taking your ticket. There's literally a possum running the press box. They're the one checking your credential. Okay, you've got full access here. Radio booth is down there. I mean, toilets are overflowing, sewage is floating up, a possum's taking your ticket, and you expect A's fans to show up? They've got a crappy team in a crappier stadium. Well, yeah, if they really cared, they'd show up. They do care, but they don't want to show up to a toilet to watch a garbage team.